What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the Poke Office. My name is Colin. Today's video is all about Pokemon singles in January 2024. The market is doing some crazy stuff. We got SV151 that is holding really strong. We got Paradox Rift that's been out for a couple months now and it's starting to come down a little bit. We have old Sword and Shield alternate arts and specialty secret rare cards that are doing like all sorts of different stuff. So we'll take a look at that. But before we do, I have a giveaway going on this week because I just crossed 7,000 subscribers. So in order to celebrate that, I'm giving away this Scarlet and Violet 151 Ultra Premium Collection to one lucky subscriber. If you want to be entered to win that, make sure to hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, and hit the like button for me. I'm going to be giving that away on Monday, January 8th. So let's get into the data. This is singles investing for Pokemon cards in January 2024. Let's go, baby. Okay, so we're going to start off with Scarlet and Violet 151. But before we do, I just want to give a quick disclaimer. This is not financial advice. This is just my opinion. And more or less, I mean, I title these videos Buy These Cards Now, blah, blah, blah. But this is really just about looking at a big overview of what's happening in the Pokemon single cards space over the last month and looking forward into January 2024. I do these videos every month. So it's really just like a broad sweep overview of what's going on. So not financial advice, just showing you what's happening in the Pokemon space. So starting with Scarlet and Violet 151, Danny Phantom just came out with a video not too long ago saying that Scarlet and Violet 151 was on the decline, starting to finally come down, but I'm not seeing it, honestly. Bulbasaur up 64.2%. These graphs are 3 months long. So Bulbasaur currently at 24.87. There's lots of cards to go through, so we're going to go pretty quick. Squirtle also up a big amount, 46.2%. Current market price is $27.76. Then we have Charmander up 39.9%, which is at $30.98. So the 3 starter Pokemon doing really good as illustration rares. We have a special illustration rare, the Alakazam. This one is trending downwards a little bit, down to $34.28. But over the first 3 months here, or the last 3 months, I should say, only down 3.5%. Not that big of a change. Then we have the full art ultra rare Charizard EX, big time up. Look at that trend line up. It's ridiculous. Current market price $36.57. Then we have another one. This one won the best artwork of 2023, the poll that we did, or the bracket that we did in December. And this one up 7.4%, kind of just up and down here. Not a ton of movement on this one, but current market price $42.72, I should say. Venusaur, similar thing, kind of up and down, up and down. Currently on an upward trend a little bit and at $44.89. We got 2 left. Blastoise, this is one of my favorite cards of 2023 just because when you hold it in your hand in person, it is so good. Current market price $46.82, leading us to the last big card of Scarlet and Violet 151. Charizard EX special illustration rare. It did have that big spike late November, hit up to 135, and now it's back down, but still up 8% over the last 3 months. Current market price $115.28. Okay, so moving on. Last month we looked at a few promo cards because they've kind of been prevalent in the Pokemon space recently, so I thought we'd just check in again. We got the Squirtle Pokemon Center exclusive. This is when you bought the Ultra Premium Collection right off of Pokemon Center. So started off low, spiked really high, spiked to like $100 right away. Kind of was staying level there for a little bit. I can't believe I sold mine for 20 Canadian each instead of selling them for huge, but it is what it is. And then we had that reprint that happened, sold out in a couple of hours on Pokemon Center, but it really brought the price down from like $80 to $90 down to $60, even below $60, but now it's just been climbing again. So this card, for whatever reason, really popular. Imagine, we were talking about it in Discord the other day. Imagine if they did a Charmander reverse holo with the Pokemon Center stamp. For some reason, that Pokemon Center stamp is really hot. Okay, then we have the Pikachu with gray felt hat. So this was at the Van Gogh Museum. It also is on Pokemon Center. You could buy, I think, anything on Pokemon Center the first run, and they'd send you this card, and then they had a reprint again. And it's just stayed pretty hot, honestly. Big time increase over the first couple months of this card coming out. Now it's slowly been trending down. I've seen talks on YouTube about this card being reprinted again and this card crashing. I mean, I guess time will tell. I don't have any real intel on that, but definitely a card to keep your eye on because honestly, this card just is so unique. Like, I could see this card going really big, but if they continue to reprint it, I could see it coming right back down too. So I just really want to keep my eye on this card moving forward quite closely. Okay, so next we got Scarlet and Violet cards hitting kind of all-time lows, really. But will they continue to decrease, or are they kind of hitting that valley and maybe bouncing back? So first we have the Miriam. A lot of these trends that I'm seeing, this Miriam included, is near the end of November there, kind of hit that bottom, and now it's been leveled off for a while. So it was big trend line down, and now it's kind of just been leveled off, currently at $27.40. We'll see if it goes any lower or if it's kind of sticks there. Okay, next we have the Magikarp from Paldea Evolved. This one not sticking there. Ever since release, this card spiked up big, then it came back down a little bit, and now it's been spiking up again. Started at $55.56. That was 3 months ago. Hit that high of like $70 in a little bit, and now at $61.60. But still kind of looking like it's slowly trending up. I love this card, and I think it will do really good in the future. Then we have the Iono from Paldea Evolved. This is the special illustration rare version of it, trending down for a long time. This card was a $135 card back when it released. Now, 3 months ago, it was at $98.58. Took a big drop down to like $83-ish, leveled off, and now it's actually climbed up a little bit. Not much, but a little bit. So I'm just seeing this trend in lots of Scarlet and Violet era cards where hit those valleys, and now are they actual valleys, or is it just a little bit of a level off before it goes down more? We'll have to keep a close eye on it. This card currently at $86 even. Then we have the Charizard EX Terra card. I've been watching a few YouTubers saying that they think this card might go down all the way to like a $40 card or a $45 card. I mean, only time will tell. Been a pretty straight downward trending card ever since release because the pull rates were just really quite easy in Obsidian Flames. But it is still a Charizard card. It is still a special illustration rare card. So time will tell yet again whether this card continues to fall or whether it will level off here kind of in that $50 to $60 price range. Okay, then the most recent set, Paradox Rift. We'll talk about a few of these cards here. I kind of picked the top 6, I believe. Garchomp EX Special Illustration Rare. Similar things as what's going on in the rest of Scarlet and Violet era. Downward trend, but now over the last couple of weeks, even into the last month, we've started to see it level off and increase. So this card included. Last week of December hit that low of like $24. Now it's kind of coming back up, currently at $26.41. Then we have the Professor Sada's Vitality, a little bit of a different graph. Started off kind of high, came back way down all the way to $23. That was in the middle of December, and now it has been climbing pretty rapidly. Not sure if this one's a TCG related climb or if it's just an artwork climb. Either way, I just pulled it last week, I believe, and artwork is spectacular. Let me know in the comments if you know about this being part of the TCG meta or not. Then we have Iron Hands EX. This one, we're not seeing the uptick yet, but we've seen this downward trend all the way to the last week of December. Now for the last week and a half, we see that it's kind of leveled off right around that $28, $29 mark. Then we got Goldengo EX, similar thing, trending down. Then we had the last week of December come, and it actually rose up a little bit, and now it's kind of leveled off for the last week. $32.17 is the market price there. Then we have Iron Valiant EX, similar thing yet again, downward trend, levels off, and now it's kind of starting to increase just ever so slightly, currently at $53.05. Last but not least, the Roaring Moon EX Special Illustration Rare. Same thing, but not quite a level off. Just hit the valley there, kind of right around Christmas, and then increased back up. Current at market price is $92.51. So what I'm trying to say, all of these Scarlet and Violet era cards looks like they've really like kind of hit their bottom. I mean, I'm not saying that for sure because we could see all sorts of different things happen, but looks like the trend is that they've hit that little valley and really started to bounce back up a little bit, whether it's like by $1 or whether it's by $5, but it really has started to bounce back. So we've got to keep a close eye on that. Speaking of uptick, we got the Sword and Shield big secret rare cards. Starting off in Champion's Path, we got both the Charizards, the Charizard V, a big move in the middle of November to where we are now. Current market price $180.46. Then we got the Charizard VMAX Rainbow from Champion's Path, trending up all 3 of the last months, and current market price $189.48. Then we move into Vivid Voltage. We haven't talked about this card for a while, but kind of a similar trend as the Scarlet and Violet, where a downward trend, downward trend, downward trend. Now it's hit that low, bounced up a little bit, and now has leveled off for the last, I don't know, couple weeks here. Current market price $108.92 on the Chunkachu. Then we move into Chilling Rain with the Blaziken VMAX, one of my favorite cards that I've never pulled. Big time downward trend, kind of all throughout the later half of 2023. But now you're seeing right near the end of November on the graph there, kind of levels off, goes up a little bit, levels off. Current market price $162.08. So all I'm doing is bringing this to your attention because buying low is awesome. So if this is the low, you got to just be ready to pounce on it if this is a card that you want to add to your collection. But also don't want to overpay, so maybe this card could come down a little bit. Just good to keep your eye on these things. Okay, lots of Evolving Skies upticks. So we got Glaceon VMAX alternate art, not special illustration rare. Big increase from the middle of November to now, currently at $148.91. Then we got the Leafeon upward trend all the last 3 months. Currently, it's up 19.2% over the last 3 months and currently at $172.37. Then we have the two big ones, starting with the Rayquaza VMAX, which is kind of just up and down here. Not a graph that we've seen so far in today's presentation, but this one started at $262.54, now down to $247.78. But really not a ton of movement percentage wise, kind of just like up and down by 5% here and there over the last 3 months. And then leading us to Umbreon VMAX, which has actually increased again. It was all the way up to like $630 a few months back, came all the way back down below 500 for a short period of time, and now has rebounded, spiked back up, currently at $539.81. So a nice rebound for the biggest card out of Sword and Shield. Then we'll move into Brilliant Stars, which again, downward trend, middle of November happens, or this one actually more so early November, and then kind of bouncing back up, currently at $118.53. Then we got the Giratina, my favorite card out of Sword and Shield era. This one trending down, trending down, trending down. Then we hit middle of December, and it hits that floor, bounces a little bit up, and maybe we'll see, will this one level off, or will it just be a little bit of a level off and then come back down? We'll see. $238.42 is where Giratina currently sits. Finally, we got Lugia V, similar thing, trending down into the middle of November, then spiked back up just ever so slightly, and now has leveled off for the last couple of weeks, currently at $129.70. So once again, all of these cards seem to be like they're trending a little bit down. Then they hit that floor, they bounce back up a little bit. Now they've leveled off for the last 2 to 3 weeks, most of them, and we'll see whether or not they can hold that position. The last thing I want to tell you about is this card that's sneakily creeping up on the top 3 cards out of Sword and Shield, which is a total banger. The last card we're talking about today is the Gengar VMAX from Fusion Strike. Unbelievable. This card has just ever since that Fusion Strike scandal back in the middle of 2023, this card has continued to rise in price. Started 3 months ago at $199.21, quickly overtook $200, then dropped right back down to $180, and now has really quickly risen up since the end of November to $218.26, where it currently sits. What a gorgeous card. That's what I have for you today, so I'll see you on the flip side to open up some packs. Okay, so let me know what you think about all the singles investing stuff that we just talked about. Obviously, I'm really happy with what's going on in the Pokemon space right now. Lots of cards are readily available to purchase if you're looking to add them to your collection. Also, maybe not a bad time to be adding them to your investment portfolio, so to speak. The reason why I always consider myself a collector investor is because even if the investment doesn't make as much money as I want it to necessarily, I still have a really cool piece in the investment or in the collection portfolio, which that's why I love Pokemon so much, because I can have a cool binder full of stuff. I can have some slabs, I can have some sealed product, all working towards my collection, but also an investment, which I think is just really, really cool. So let me know what you think. What cards are you currently looking to pick up, or are there other cards that I didn't talk about? Typically, I'm talking about the bigger hitter cards, because that's the ones that kind of seem to get the most attention. the alternate arts and the special illustration rares, but there's also good like lower end cards that are important to look at too. So if you have any in mind, let me know down in the comments below. Now let's switch gears because it's all about collecting as well. So I got 10 packs of 151, my favorite set by a pretty significant margin out of 2023. Moving into 2024, I think we could see quite a few reprints of this set, but it doesn't really change anything for me because I just think that this set is the bee's knees. So I've opened up quite a bit of it now, like on the channel plus the live stream, and still not really bored of it. Like the last time I opened it, I opened up like the double Blastoise pack, so the special illustration rare, followed by the ultra rare version of it, which was pretty special, and opened up the Charizard. Not for myself yet, but I've opened it up quite a few times on the live stream for others, which is just a really, really cool card. Oh, we got a gold something. Let's get the gold Mew. Come on. 3, 2, 1. Switch. Gold switch. Still not half bad. I will take that all day long. Pretty sweet. Seriously, 151 is just so, so good. Other cards that I'm really looking at for myself, really want to find a nice copy of the Blaziken VMAX. My Lugia currently is at PSA getting graded, so really hoping for a 10 on that one. What else? Giratina I cracked open to send in for regrading, so that will be really interesting to see what happens there. And then I already have the Iono in a PSA 10. I have the Miriam in a PSA 10. So definitely, like, that's the part of the collection that I'm kind of starting to work on a little bit more these days, is I really would like to get the, like, kind of the top cards out of Sword and Shield and out of Scarlet and Violet era in a PSA 10. I don't need all, like, the medium ones. I don't necessarily care too much about, like, having a big collection of them, but I definitely like the idea of having kind of the top cards of each set, so to speak. Like, imagine if I was sitting on the Latios and Latios card. I mean, there's some really cool ones. You got the Mewtwo in the tube card, which is really awesome. Got the Magikarp and Wailord card from Sun and Moon era. So I think there's some opportunities, just thinking ahead, when Sword and Shield gets a little bit older, where some of those alternate arts are going to be really, really cool. So we've kind of gone through a dry spell here. The gold switch is the only hit we've got so far. Still do have 4 packs left, but I don't know. 151, don't let me down. Not even a hollow energy yet, so maybe we're on a bit of a stale set of packs. We'll see here. These are just from a bunch of different products. This right here is the promo card from, except it will have the Pokemon Center exclusive. Man, I'm choking on my words all of a sudden. Paris and Articuno, still nothing. Yikes. But overall, 2024 off to a good start. We're inching ever so closer. Well, it's time to pull some fire right now. The Charizard would be delicious. Inching ever closer to hitting Paldean Fate's release day, which will be really, really awesome to get my hands and your hands on a new set. So that'll be a lot of fun. And then we'll get glimpses into the new Japanese sets, which also release at the end of the month. So that will give us glimpses into what we can expect for the new English set. So I'm just really excited overall. Nothing again. There we go. We got a Jinx EX. So nothing crazy here, but at least a second hit, because yikes, the gold switch is the only thing so far. Definitely not getting our monies out of these packs today, but you never know, because there's still 1 pack left. So let's hit it. Come on, baby. Here's the last 2 chances. Graveler and a Vileplume. Not much, but we did get the gold switch. So we got a Jinx EX and a gold switch. That's going to do it for me at the Poke Office. I hope you enjoyed the content. 2024 is upon us, and we're just going to be going bigger and better than ever before. Thank you for sticking with me. Appreciate all your support. If you want to be entered to win that Scarlet and Violet 151 Ultra Premium Collection, make sure to hit all the buttons, subscribe, like, leave a comment. Appreciate you all, and until my next video, peace!